Games podcast. My name is Lee, and I am your host for this wonderful Monday evening. It's episode number 33. Thank you for joining us. We have a wonderful episode here for you today. But first,
you're welcome for making Mondays better. You're seriously welcomed.
Yeah, we do make Mondays better. My Mondays are now better because I have this to look forward to instead of a full work week. Or I still have a full work week. Anyways, on with us here this evening. We have my partner in crime, co-editor-in-chief, Catherine Smith-Daviang. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm alright.
Enjoying our heat wave?
Nope.
Yeah, Montreal. We have a heat wave right now. It was cold last week, and now we have a heat wave. Go figure.
I can't wait for the first snowfall.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Not going there
Preach.
yet.
Digital high five.
Preach.
And the non-girl here today is Simo, our podcast technical producer.
Yo!
How you doing?
Pretty good. I got a bed, as you can see. So I'm
Yeah.
not sleeping on the floor anymore, so that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, he was super
So I'm
excited.
so excited to go to bed tonight. Like, I'm so excited.
We almost had to delay the podcast because
Seriously.
we didn't know if Simon was going to have a delivery in time of his
They
mattress.
delivered, like, after 5, which was real surprising. So I didn't actually have to lose work or anything. So that was
that's good.
pretty cool.
Very good. Was that the brick or something?
Dormez-vous. Not to
Oh,
give
there
him
you
free
go.
publicity, and not like it cares or matters anyway. But yeah, so I got a pretty good deal. So I'm really happy with my bed.
The rest of the country, that is called Sleep Country here in
Sleep
Montreal.
country.
In Quebec, it's
Sleep
called Gourmet
country, Canada.
Because French.
Why buy a mattress
Just
anywhere?
anywhere else. Sorry, it's one of those. Alright, enough about that. Let's
Okay.
get into video game talk, actually. Let's start with some house stuff. House cleaning. It's not really cleaning. I don't know why we call it cleaning.
That's
But I
okay.
just want to let you know these things. So we're going to call it house cleaning.
Stuff you need to know.
Stuff you need to know. So, Thursday, Indie Spotlight. It's happening. It's Catherine. She's playing Hot
Oh,
Date.
it's gonna be awesome.
She goes on a date with a pug.
You have to tune in. It's gonna be fucking amazing. Like, think Hatoful Boyfriend, but fucking weirder, if that's possible. So yeah, this should be interesting.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good fun. Gonna be good fun. Yeah, I was supposed to play Heroes Never Lose last week and had technical difficulties. So once those technical difficulties are worked out, I will stream that. If you have an indie game, or if you know of an awesome indie game and you want us to play it because you think it is the shit,
Oh yeah.
drop us a line. Like, send us a tweet. You can email indiespotlight@girlsongames.ca. And yeah, we'll take a look at it and potentially play it and highlight it on Indie Spotlight, which happens every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yay! Also, news on Fan Expo, still waiting, so we'll let you know as soon as we know, but 95% there. To help us get to Fan Expo, we have a cute little donate button just down here in the bottom somewhere, just down here. I think I'm pointing in the right direction. Yes, there we go. Any little bit helps, and we love you forever anyway, because you're here and hanging out with us every week, but yeah, that little extra love gets thrown your way when you donate. We also have t-shirts, which is really cool, and that's a way where you can get something cool and rep Girls on Games, but at the same time helps us out a lot. You can go track those down at girlsongames.ca, and the wonderful Amanda from Electrek made them for us. They are all hand silk screened right here in Montreal, which is really cool, and they're actually like silver metallic print.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty fly. We have girls fits too, so you know, and guys fits, right?
No discrimination.
No discrimination, never.
Everybody's cool.
We'll
Yeah.
squeeze it, or we will let it loose. It's up to you. But the logo's on it.
The logo's on it. And we have a nice logo.
Let the
We
puppies
do.
breathe.
Oh, haven't noticed? We're a little foolish in here for all the new folks, because I know we did have some new folks lined up. I'm just trying to see now. One gentleman said it was his very first time ever seeing
Yeah, I
this.
think Taylor
Boy
something.
008. Welcome to the world of Twitch. hope you plan to stick around a little bit and come back every Monday night at 8 p.m. where you get to see our wonderful faces. Let's talk games. So, what are you guys playing? Kat, what are you playing?
Oh, I had to take a break from gaming. I haven't touched a game in forever.
Such a fucking loser.
Well, you
I
kind
know.
but in very small pieces in order to get everything done.
Yeah, I know, and I just remembered that, I had this book sitting on my desk. Like, I got halfway through Ready Player One,
Oh my god.
And then I put it down because I got so busy. And then Tony, who lent it to me, was like, "So did you finish it?" And I'm like,
So good. Finish that damn thing.
"Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break from gaming because gaming produces heat for the next 2 days, and I'm gonna read something that's a bit analog in front of a fan."
AC.
Nice.
Yeah, it's on, but it can't do shit. It's just too fucking damn hot.
Simo, what are you playing?
Oh, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to say that I reactivated my World of Warcraft account.
Why are you
Aww.
Because every time I am, it's like I think I'm out. I think I'm out of the loop. I'm like, nope, I'm not. No, don't care anymore. You guys do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm out. And then the expansion comes out, like, look at all the shiny new things happening now, and look at all the stuff that we can do, and that's fun, and it's like, aw, fine, I'll sub again, Jesus. So yeah, started playing a bit more WoW. It's actually pretty cool, the new heirloom system, which is like gear you can send to your tunes that help you level faster, all that kind of stuff. They actually made that much easier to deal with, so I'm almost ashamed to say that I've been enjoying myself.
You're allowed to enjoy.
And of course, CS:GO, as always, it's my go-to game. I didn't play much. Like, I'm still kind of in the process of getting installed at my new place, so I haven't really got a lot of time to try out a lot of new games. But hopefully, in the next coming weeks, it'll be better. How about you, Leia?
Me, I've been playing Rare Replay. Last night I finished Battletoads Arcade with my husband and a good friend of mine, and that was a lot of fun.
If you guys have a few minutes, like, go watch Leia's replay of, when was it? Was it Tuesday or was it Wednesday? When was it?
I don't know. Battletoads,
last week?
The original.
Oh my god! Like, she's sweating bullets. Like, she looks like she's fighting Lucien Butte. It's fucking funny. It is so funny. You gotta go watch it.
Yeah, I cursed a little bit. And
yeah, you gotta go watch it.
That rewind feature and like. Damn, that game is hard!
Yeah, like, you were abusing that, like, I don't know which button it is on your controller, the replay, but, like, you must have been, it's probably broken now on your controller, because holy shit, you were, like, ramming the replay button. It was so funny.
Now we're getting a little, like, sexual with the ramming, so let's, like, tone it down a bit.
It's a good thing that the letters are actually engraved under the plastic, because if it would have been printed, it would be smooth and black right now.
What?
For sure.
Catherine, you know how you beat up, like, the headphone jack doesn't work with one of your PS4 controllers?
Yeah.
Mine, the rubber is coming off the analog already.
I'm happy we have NHL on the Xbox, because my boyfriend used to go through, like, on the PS3 analog sticks. At one point, he opened one of my old PS2 controllers, and he just started taking analog sticks from the PS2 to replace the one he keeps busting because of the of the skill stick.
The flick thing, right?
Yeah, but
oh my god.
I am surprised how the Xbox controllers are, like, really, like, resisting. It's been a year, and usually after a year, one of our analog controllers is just going to shit, and I usually have to reserve my controller. I'm like, you can't play with this. This is mine.
What does he do with them? Holy shit!
I don't want to know.
He just plays 3 times a day, every day.
No, I know he does, but still, like, does he? Oh my god, does he throw it on the wall?
You can hear him click when he shoots the puck. Like, when he does it, you can audibly hear the click. And my Xbox One controllers are A1, and we've been using them on the computer too. The analog sticks on the PS4, Sony, I'm sorry, you need to check something on your list. Your controller needs to be a bit more sturdy.
Well, I know what to get you for Christmas.
Right. On top of that, I've actually been playing some mobile games because, yes, I was stuck at Park Jean-Jacques Open Festival season, and when you're waiting for famous people to hurry up and get over so you can film the damn interview, I played a lot of games on my phone. And I'll tell you the ones I've been playing. Rainbow Unicorn Attack. Rainbow Unicorn Attack. Why is that so hard to say today?
Rainbow Unicorn Attack?
That is an addiction.
Isn't that like a Flash game?
Addiction. I think so.
I think it's a Flash game.
Adult Swim.
It's by a company and Adult Swim.
It's a Flash game.
Yeah. So, playing that. And another one that I picked up that I actually paid for, Mick Rogue, which is like this like puzzle game, and maybe I've got a thing because Crypto the Necrodancer had the same kind of feeling, where you watch it's a turn-based thing, and you can move a certain number of direct, well, either forward and backward, up and down, in a grid, and you can move so many, and then everybody else, all the little monsters, they have their pattern of movement, and you have to coordinate to try to get to the other end, either like destroy them, or to move up in the castle until you get to the dragon. I haven't beat the dragon yet because he's the devil.
Seems like it's complicated for a mobile game.
No, it's freaking wicked. Here, let me open it up and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's a great game. I really like it. It's a good one, like snackable. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can play it in just a little bit.
Yeah, totally.
Load, game, load. Here we go.
Totally, dude.
And it's like 8-bit. Rogue. So it's really cute, and the
Rogue.
music is pretty decent. And you hit on adventure. So essentially, this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Here we go. You can see?
Wow, is it, what company makes it? Because it looks a lot like Knights of Pen and Paper.
Hold up. I want to return to the main menu so I can find out this answer. Yes. I don't... Credits. Development and art, Jason Pickering. Music, Jack. Publishing, Crescent Moon Games.
Okay, no, because it looks a lot like Behold Studios. They make a game called Knights of Pen and Paper, and the art style is very, very similar. So I thought it would be something.
I like
that the D&D game.
Yes, it's so good. Leia, you have to do yourself a favor and go play that game.
Okay, well then I will.
It's called Knights of Pen and Paper. It is amazing.
Done. After I get my reviews up for Rare Replay and forget that man because I keep getting distracted. Oh, it's bad.
By playing the game.
More on Rare Replay later. But let's get into some news. How do you feel about that?
Sure. That's
Yes?
the topic up
Okay.
top, so let's do
Hot
that.
news. That's what it's called. This is the hot news. Obviously, we can't cover every single
Hot
thing of
news.
news, but here's the ones that I thought were important.
That are
And
hot.
that's why they're hot. Sure. PT turned 1 year old. Can you believe it?
Already?
What?
Holy
And people
mother
are
of
still
Christ.
discovering scary shit that's happening in this game. So one Reddit user discovered that there is actually the ghost that you see later on is actually in that first room
What?
of the game that you wake up in with the poop bag or the moving bag or whatever you want to call that.
Is it the first time or second time you wake up?
I don't remember off the
Because
top.
I think the poop bag is only there when you wake up.
When you're the second time around, yeah. Just this Monday, a Reddit user proved that Lisa, the ghost from PT, is actually lurking in the first room of the game with the player at some point in the looping journey. Some point, because you can't tell. It's too hard to figure out. There's an image on Polygon of Lisa standing in the corner.
Yeah, I'm watching the video now.
Fucking creepy. I love that game, but it's fucking creepy.
Did you see that they're actually remaking it into Unity?
Really?
Like, there's a team of people right now that are actually working on remaking the game in the Unity engine, so people who haven't got a chance to play it can actually now play it.
Sick.
That was pretty cool.
Alright. What else we got here? PlayStation 4 Update 3.0 beta is out in the wild. People have it, those people that are like signed up to be able to do those early access stuff for PlayStation. And it's teasing broadcasting to YouTube and 10-second clips that can be uploaded to Twitter. Remember a little while back, maybe like 2 months ago, they said like around the end of summer, video gaming is going to be huge on YouTube because they're going to do like Twitch. Well, I guess it's coming sooner than you think. They're going to have like an events feature, which I assume is their way to broadcast the conferences dedicated straight up on PlayStation. So you want to watch the PlayStation E3 press conference, it will be there. You want to watch them at Paris Games Week, it will be there, all that jazz. And there's supposed to be a community feature to make it easier to find your friends, which will be really cool. If that happens and you can make groups, we will make a GOG group, you will all be invited, we can all play PlayStation games together, it will be awesome.
Yes.
Alright, nice. What else we got going on? Ooh, something that actually came up in chat, we were talking about it with the team, and I think it's a bad idea, other people think it's a good idea. The Steam Boy. So essentially this is a portable player for Steam games. Looks something like a cross between a PlayStation Portable / Vita and the controller of the Steam controller, the Steam machine things. It's going to cost $2.99. I'm assuming that's American. So that's more expensive here in Canada. Simon is giggling.
I'm sorry. Someone just told me in chat that I look like a fat Markiplier.
That's funny.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. I'm not gonna complain. But I'm sorry. That's just too fucking funny. I'm super sorry for the interruption. Wow.
Okay, so $2.99
Oh
for
my
this bad
God.
boy. It gets release date somewhere in 2016, late 2016. And personally, I think they missed the boat. And why are they even freaking bothering? You guys, what do you think on the Steam Boy?
Go ahead, Catherine.
Sorry, I was trying to look for the comments.
Someone banned the guy for saying that. Unban him. That was funny.
No, but I think he was saying boobs and stuff. So
No,
Yeah.
he said bots. I think is whatever.
Anyway, he was trying to make fun of us.
That's fine.
He just did it wittily for you, not wittily for
Nectitude.
you know what? There's a couple of games that I have on Steam, and like, if I could play them on the Metro, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Because not every game has a great mobile port like Bastion does, but there's, like, I would totes play Super Meat Boy. Like, but you can't, that game's so hard, like, you need the controller, you need the A, B, C, D, and the X, O square, whatever. So I think it would work for a lot of the indie catalog, the small games and whatever. Like, I would play Child of Light on a Vita or a Steam Boy. It's just like how it's a very niche market, and I think we had that conversation when we did our live podcast at Comic-Con with Ali about how, like, you know, the Vita is always going to be that indie niche thing that's going to have a lot of cool JRPGs. So I don't know what the shtick's going to be for the Steam Boy for it to have the life of its own. Because Game Boy is always going to survive because it's Nintendo. They'll always make fucking Pokemon and bring it back. Or a portable Zelda game and bring it back. Like, they just need those two to fucking work. And does Steam have that, you know, those key games that will be console sellers? I don't know. Sony's been doing the Vita for a while. They still have yet to find that gold mine.
I know, and it's not cheap. 300 plus, and I'm saying this because we're in Canada and the exchange rate is shit right now. $300 for a handheld game. Like, you could buy a Wii U. You could buy 2 DSs. You could buy, I don't remember, I think it was like 160, 170 for a Vita and a slew of games. Or it was like some sort of bundle, like Borderlands bundle or something. Like, that's expensive. When you have a phone in your back pocket and you can just pull that out and play like I did at the festivals. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like they're just jumping on things a little late. They might be better off doing a mobile version of Steam and selling games on mobile devices. But that's just my 2 cents. Now, Simo is quietly biting his lip, and he probably wants to yell at me.
No, I don't. No, well, I mean, a bit like Fender in chat was saying that it's a bit the market that the Shield has, the NVIDIA Shield, like that it's a mobile gaming platform. But with someone that has a huge Steam library, being able to bring that portability anywhere I want to go, being able to bring maybe not all the games, because not all the games are probably going to work with, you know, FPS. How are you going to play Counter-Strike on the mobile game? Probably with the weird touch thing that they have or whatever. But like, honestly, I think that the library that Steam has, in my opinion, is enough to sell the consoles, because like, how many games is there on Steam? It's like uncountable. And I think that's like, for example, for myself, I didn't buy Vita because there's just not that many games that interest me. Whereas if you look on Steam, there's tons and tons of games that I want to play, that I want to look at. So be able to play those games on the go, I think that is something that is really, really cool. And I think that a lot of the games, without necessarily being PC or Steam exclusive, like, you won't be able to play, like Kat says, you know, playing Super Meat Boy. I don't know if it's on any other consoles, but that's one example of many games that you'll only be able to play on Steam. So I think the price is a bit steep, $300.
Well, they're saying now, the crew in chat did the exchange rate at $2.99, and they're saying it's 393 Canadian.
Yeah, that's a bit expensive. $400 for a portable platform is very expensive.
And like, with the environmental fee and all the, like, 15%
yeah.
tax rate we have in Quebec, that's like 400 plus. Like, that's
a PS4.
a fucking PS4. Yeah, I don't think I don't think the problem is the content. I think the problem is the container. That's too expensive for a portable device. I'm sorry.
If you lose that, oh,
And
that would hurt.
I had my DS
Pat,
stolen this summer,
that sucks.
and like it's nothing for me to go out and get a new one because it's a couple of like it's under $200. Like I'm actually going to get the new one because I'm like I don't even need to get a refurbished one like I did before because they're not that expensive.
Yeah.
You lose that's like somebody walking into your house and walking away with your
With your
Xbox One or your
laptop or
PS4.
whatever.
I'm like, no, what?
Well, like
That
a bit like Pat Laundry saying in chat that like what will sell or destroy it is probably the battery life.
Oh, yeah.
Like if the battery goes for 2 hours and you have to charge it, then that's not gonna work. So
Nope.
of course that's something that's something. Yeah, 6. Was it 8 or 6 AA batteries? I don't
6.
remember. That
So
shit
it's
got so hot at some point. It's
And
insane.
just look at like the gamepad, the Nintendo gamepad, and like that's
Yeah.
a nice, like decent
That's
sized
true.
screen, that kind of stuff. If you plan on gaming and doing like having a decent amount of time playing a game and using the gamepad from the Wii U,
You better have the
that charge cable like close to you, because if not, you're gonna have to stop and charge partway through. And
Yeah.
that's annoying. Annoying
I
stuff.
think it has potential. I think it's too expensive, but I think that being able to bring your Steam library in where you go has a lot of potential. So
Yeah.
we'll see. You know,
We'll see how
Steam
it
machines
goes
are
when it
barely out.
launches.
Steam machines are barely out, so you know it's still in the infancy.
Out
So
at all?
it could move along.
Is there any Steam machines?
I
yet?
think there's 1 or 2 out now. Yeah, I
Okay.
think there's already 1 or 2 out. But yeah,
All
so
right, we'll see.
yeah.
All right, but something that's coming sooner than a Steam Boy is Halloween. Segue.
Wow.
Not really. All right. Have you guys got your Halloween costumes yet?
I might save mine for next year's Comic-Con. I know what I'm gonna go as, and I kind of don't want to spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
No, I
But
mean,
I'm
I
saying-
can say it because no one's gonna know. Well, not a lot of people will know what it is, and it's I'm gonna go as Triceracop from King Fury,
That you
the 30-minute YouTube video about the time traveling kung fu guy,
I think I know which one you're talking
and
about.
it's a Triceracop, so it's a cop, but like in the future, dinosaurs come back, and the guy basically is a Triceratops wearing a police uniform, and he's a cop. So I
That's-
kind of want to go as Triceracop.
That's pretty awesome.
I found the head, so I'm probably gonna buy it. It's not that expensive, so I'm probably gonna buy the head soon. Then I just need to find a nice police officer, because all the police officer costumes I found were really cheap. Like they
Yes,
look
skanky
like
looking
it's a
one.
costume. So I'm a what? A skanky? Okay, I'll show some leg.
Some leg, yes.
Look at my boobs, my moobs.
Well, if you don't and you don't want to wear that, you can now buy a licensed Mario and Luigi costume. Because
At
that's all you need.
$25? $2,500? I mean,
No, I don't think they were
how
that
expensive could they be?
I'm going to look now.
Wow, they look so fucking cheap.
They look cheap. They
Holy
look like
shit.
$60. It's a normal costume if you
What?
went to like the party store.
Go to Party Expert. I don't want to say the name, but go to Party Expert and like flippin' buy that. It's gonna cost you like $30, and it's gonna be the exact same thing.
Yeah. It
And
looks like it's made out of felt too.
Yeah, it does. It's gonna be so fucking hot. Oh my god.
Oh, that's gonna be
At
one
least
for
there's
you.
room for a snowsuit.
That's
Eh.
true. That's a problem in Canada.
In October, yeah.
D23 happened. Excuse me, and we got a little bit of video game news. Just a little. But big ones at that. Did you see the Darth Vader PS4?
Yeah. Holy
Oh.
fuck.
I really hope that is etched, because it looks sick. Okay, it looks absolutely gorgeous. But it looks real computer rendered right now. But the way that they've done the rendering, it looks like light's hitting it, and it could be etched into it.
Yeah, it looks
believe
really
it
good.
When I see it, but I'm not sure yet. I really, really hope it's etched and not a sticker.
Well, like you can never know because
Yeah, we won't know until we see it.
Yeah, you'll never know
Uh,
until you see it.
The controller looks pretty sick, and there's two different kits. There's one that comes with Battlefront, and another one that comes with Disney Infinity with the Star Wars characters, which look really cute. What is it about those kids? I don't care
Something
about,
about
games,
Disney
but, like,
Infinity.
I just want little figures.
That's just like the amiibos. Like you
Oh my
don't really
God.
use it. They're just adorable. So you buy them, keep them in the package, and display them.
Or you use them for the top of your wedding cake, like I
Oh, that's really smart actually.
Yep, yep. And we also got some news on Kingdom Hearts 3, which is going to feature a world from Big Hero 6.
That's pretty cool actually.
Yay! I can't wait for that. I was like sort of waiting, like what we saw at E3 for Kingdom Hearts. I was like, like it didn't really give me much. It's just what I'm used to from Kingdom Hearts. I wanted to see something new. This is something new that I'm getting. Like they're getting me hyped. It's happening. They're getting me hyped.
Something I want to talk about when we talk about Star Wars. Craig's saying in chat that they're opening a Star Wars theme park.
Yes.
Disney's doing a Star Wars theme park. That's gonna be fucking insane.
Yeah. Not video game news, so I didn't really put it in here, along with the other movie stuff.
No, but it's like nerd
Marvel
stuff
and
anyways.
all that jazz. I know, but we usually cover just video game stuff, so I
We do
didn't
all
want
the
to get
nerd
too...
stuff and good stuff. We talked about my bed for like 5 minutes, so we can talk about Star
Just
Wars
enough.
for 2 minutes.
Beds are an intricate part of gaming.
That's true.
They are. You can game in bed.
I
you can
remember our World of Warcraft tank gaming in bed with her laptop and falling asleep midway.
Oh, Frosty? Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah. Wasn't it in Nax too during Wrath?
Oh, it happened many, many times.
Okay.
Many times where she would just like not move for 15 minutes and then just log out, and we were like, well, she's asleep.
Let's call it a night.
That's funny. All right, last little bit of news. There is a glitch on the 3DS. A glitch when you download the YouTube app that lets you homebrew games. Doesn't let you do pirated games, alright? But you can try some homebrew stuff. They haven't fixed it yet. Don't know if they will. We'll see. Have you guys ever tried any homebrew games, homebrew apps, homebrew anything
Yeah, of course,
on any
of course,
consoles?
of
Yes?
course.
Yes? How have your experience
I had
been?
very sorry about that. I had the a Wii that I hacked, whatever, and like I was able to play games off the of a USB, like a shuttle USB drive. Fantastic, honestly. Like, not that was when I was much poorer and I couldn't actually buy games, so I actually had to do that. And even like PlayStation 1, and like we found the guy that shipped it, and like he put a chip or whatever the fuck he did, and then you could play like copied games or whatever. That was the shit. Yeah, no, that was really cool. So yeah, I mean, it sucks kind of because like you don't give money back to the developers. But at the same time, when you're that young, who gives a shit about money for the developers? You're playing games.
But yeah, this says it doesn't let you play pirated software. So
Yeah, I'm sure
doesn't happen.
they'll find a way.
Kat, how about you? Did you ever try anything homebrewed?
I've tried, I had friends that made video games at home. Like, actually, I've played, one of the guys I went to high school with, he's on the team that did Castle Story.
Okay.
And his Sec 5 computer class project was a Mario-style side-scroller platformer game. So I played that.
Cool.
It's like literally homebrew. And like was like, I'm gonna give my age, but that was like fucking 12 years ago, so it was something, and we had shitty computers back then because the school didn't put money in computers. So I think he did that like with a computer running like not even Windows 95.
I had one of those super cards or whatever they're called, where you could put it in the back of your DS and you put in an SD card or a micro SD card and you could download all the games.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I had one of those. Yeah, when I was super poor and in school too.
Porn.
When you're super poor and in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poorness made us do weird things. Is that even a
Poorness?
word?
No.
Pooritude.
Lack of money?
Pooritude.
Fortitude?
Yes, I'm inventing
Poverty.
words. Poverty. That's the one. Jesus Christ.
Oh my. Alright, so that's about all the news we got for today. Folks, we do take questions in chat. If you've got one, throw it in there. We'll keep track of it.
Yeah, we already have Pat, and I put at the bottom of the...
Nice! So yeah, we'll add more questions into the doc if you've got them! Yay! But we're
Fuck
gonna talk
yeah.
about... We've got some topics. Two pretty good ones. if I do say so myself. Okay. Now, Simo's going to come from this from the PC side, and Kat's probably going to come from the Xbox gamer side. But there was an article on Polygon about Phil Spencer and him obliterating the distinguish between Xbox and PC. Now, this all came about with Gamescom, and they wrote this article about like what Phil Spencer did for Xbox. Now, he's the guy in charge of Xbox, right? But anytime he gets on screen right now, in the same breath that he mentions Xbox, he also mentions Windows 10, where you can see they're really, really, really trying to do this. Which makes total sense, right? They're trying to bring both together. And then, so, it got me thinking about Phil Spencer and what he's done for Xbox. When Phil Spencer came into Xbox, all Xbox One was about was TV. TV, 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 TV. And some more TV.
So bad.
And we didn't know what the hell it was.
One.
The X-Pro one, yes. And we didn't know a whole lot about games, except that they were going to be DRM protected, and we were all freaking out. Okay?
Uh-huh.
That dude, I don't even remember his name, left Xbox. Phil Spencer comes in. Now, mind you, he was working in the development team. Now, so he comes in, and he fixes everything. He's like a wizard, okay? This man says, okay, no more DRM. He says Xbox is about games. Yes, it does everything else too, but it's about games first. He does stuff like make sure that Lara Croft is part of the Xbox team first. He does retro gaming for everybody on the Xbox One, where you have your old 360 disc. No worry, throw it in the drive. It will work. Mind you, that's coming. We get rare replay. Like, this man is essentially saving Xbox from the burning ashes that it was this time last year, or a year and a half ago. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now he's come and he's talking about Xbox and PC. PC sales have been plummeting, dropping like crazy over the past while, because we got phones, we got tablets, we don't need PCs the same way we used to 5 or 6 years ago even. Now he's coming back and making PCs and Xbox ubiquitous to each other. And my thought is that Phil Spencer is not only the saving grace for Xbox as a brand, but for Microsoft in general. Now, I want to know how you guys feel about this, because I feel more excited about Windows, about playing games on PC than I ever had before. And it's all because of what Phil's doing. How do you guys feel about it? Do you think that Windows is getting a new revival? I mean, he was getting trounced by Apple when you thought of the branding space and that kind of stuff. I know some of you, Catherine, you've gone through the Windows 10 upgrade. You're sitting with it there now. Simo had it. He ran into a few issues. He has since reverted to Windows 7, but I guess once the patches get figured out and stuff, he will go back. So
Service Pack 1. Never upgrade until Service Pack 1.
Exactly. Hence why I'm waiting for to buy a new PC. So I want to know how you guys think. Do you think Phil Spencer is not just going to resurrect what was Xbox to what it is today, and now it's starting to be awesome? It has an amazing lineup for the fall, while PlayStation has no, first-party games. And is he also going to be the one to resurrect Windows from the chaos and the downward spiral it was in?
So, two things. But first, the Windows and the PC sales is not really because of Windows. That's just because of the world of mobile.
Yes.
So there's the Surface, there's the Android tablets, there's the iPad, there's the iPods, there's your phones. I have officially, I got my new phone, and my iPad 2 is dying, and I'm staring at it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do everything on my phone. And the only reason I am shopping for a laptop right now is because of the possibility that we're going to go to Fan Expo, and I'm going to need a working station. If not, I would just get a Microsoft Surface, I would get a new iPad, I would get something. I think when it comes to home consumerism, there is no need, there's not as big of a need for personal computers. I don't think, like, I think a household nowadays, they will get a computer so kids can do their homework, so you can do your budget, whatever. But I think everybody else is just on their devices, their mobile devices. So I think the era of everybody having their own personal computer might be on its way out. I know a lot of my friends are just buying used computers, refurbished computers. They're just inheriting computers from their gamer friends that they're the only one that keep buying new computers. So honestly, like, I would never drop more than $1,000 on a laptop or more than $2,000 on a computer if it weren't for gaming. So imagine people that don't game on PC. And I have friends that have shitty computers because they're console gamers. And I think I've even seen friends that are like, you know what, when it dies, I'll see if I buy a new one. I'm going to try like being with just my iPad and my phone for like a week or two, and see if I really, really need the computer. And with cloud storage, with a hard drive and printers connected via Wi-Fi and everything, I think that's where the PC sale drop is really key. When it comes to the Xbox brand, Phil Spencer did do a big thing and just like brought it back to what it is, a game console. It's supposed to be a game console that does all that extra shit. But if you just want a media center, why spend so much money? Like, why spend like $500 on launch with the Connect and everything, when you can get like an Apple TV or a Chromecast for less?
$30.
Yeah. So I think like for us to justify spending good money on anything, they have to say why we need it. And I think nowadays, unless you're working, unless it's something that you need for school or because you're a freelancer, if not, like, I have friends that they have a computer at the office and that's enough. At home, they just use their device and they haven't upgraded their computers in 5 years, even though it's a hook and junk, because they open it like once every 2 months or once a month. So I think there needs to be that blurred line between PC and Xbox, because we're blurring the line between our computers and our mobile devices. Our digital spaces are melding and they're just becoming one. And you know, I've been using Windows 10 for a while, and you know, I have a notification center that like pops in notification like on my phone, like when somebody tweets at me, when somebody retweets me, when somebody likes something on Facebook, I get the same notification. I get an email, it's connected to my Gmail. I'm not even using a mail app, it's just like my Gmail pops up. And it works like a phone. And that's what I'm loving about Windows 10, is that it works like my phone. That's what I'm used to, because I stare at this piece of shit 4 hours a day. So if my computer cannot follow what I'm doing in my, you know, in my main digital space, what's the use? What's the use? I'm going to spend a good chunk of money on it so I can game, and then I'm just going to open it when I game, and then I'm going to close it when I'm done. I'm not going to feel like I need to use it to do everything else except like edit video and store files, which I could do, again, with a hard drive that's connected via Wi-Fi. So, and I think Apple's going through that same thing, you know, like a lot of their computer sales are down because what's the point of buying a new computer if you're going to spend like, you know, $300 on an iPad? That's my whole thing. And it's like, I think Phil Spencer's doing well to do that, and he has the leisure of being in a company that has a proprietary OS that is very, very popular and very, very widespread. So they have that, you know, that first opportunity to bring console into that very open and cloud digital space. As a Nintendo's very closed, Sony could do it, but all they have is like the Vita, a few phones, like, and some computers. What do the computers run? Windows. So, you know, it's this whole like, I think that's just the evolution of technology in our digital spaces. That was long.
Simon?
Yeah, I feel like I should write an essay after this one. Holy shit. No, I mean, you make very good points. I think that definitely. I don't know where you got the numbers that PC sales were down.
I got it right here from Business Insider. You want to know the numbers?
Do you have PC game sales in there too?
Well, no. It's
Because
all
I do believe that PC game sales have been steadily going up for the last 10 years.
Well, I mean, this is sales in general, because but when you think about PC game sales, are PC gaming sales, how would you even say that? Anyways, I think that's a niche when you're thinking about it, because when they talk about PC sales, like, they're talking about absolutely everything under the sun. They're talking about home, they're talking about business, they're talking about everything. So, to give you an idea, total down 9.5% from last year, from Q2 2014 to Q2 2015. And then the only increase from Q14 to Q15 was Apple. Lenovo, HP, Dell, Acer, Asus, and others are all down. And then it talks about shipment and all this kind of stuff. The sales are down.
But there's a lot to say about, like Catherine was saying, there's a lot to say about mobile gaming, mobility gaming. Like, I work in IT, and we meet with HP and those companies very often. And, like, for usually what they used to do was that every year they would refresh their brand. So they would be, every year you had new laptop, new desktop, new monitors, etc., etc. Now, actually, what they've been doing is that the desktop computers have been so stagnant kind of in the sale that they are only going to refresh the model every 2 years as opposed to every year. Whereas laptops, I think now they're updating every 9 months as opposed to every year, because that's what is selling, and portability is getting so intense, and so, like, they're making phones that are almost as strong the computers that we had 5 years ago, which makes no fucking sense. So I think that there's something to say about mobile gaming. However, I do not think that PC gaming is going to die anytime soon. Maybe it will become more of a niche. Maybe it's going to be something that's going to become more centered around people who play esports or people who play MMO. Even now MMOs are getting on consoles and getting more and more popular. But I think I don't know. I don't think that PC gaming is there to leave or be replaced or anything. I think that eventually, I think the mobile gaming will go down a bit. I think that it's gonna go down a bit. It's just so crazy. Like, even I'm playing mobile games, and 5 years ago you would have never said me that I'm going to play mobile games. So everybody's doing it now. But is it a bubble? Is it something that's going to burst and it's going to go down eventually? Who knows? I think it is, but. You know, there's something to say about having, like Zerg Forever was saying in chat, you know, you can have 2 screens on your PC. So, and when you actually want processing power to edit video and to do music and to play games, you need to have a computer. It's just the kind of shit that you can do on an iPad or you can do on the tablet. Well, for now, anyways. But so you still need that physical tower to actually enjoy what you're doing. And does the article mention hardware, just not full PC, just hardware purchases?
I don't know off the top of the
because
I have to read it again.
Because more and more people are becoming more and more tech savvy and actually building their own computers using the own hardware they have. So as opposed to buying a completely new computer, maybe they would I'm just gonna upgrade my RAM, just gonna upgrade my video card. You know, that's what I do. I haven't bought a full computer for the last 15 years. Like, I've always only updated every, you know, my parts here and there. So maybe that's also one of the reasons that the sales are going down, that people are just upgrading what they currently have, because it's so easy now to change the video card or add more RAM. Like, anybody can do it. It is so easy. So I mean, maybe that's also one of the reasons that PC sales are going down.
Well, I also think you don't need a computer anymore. Like, let's say for editing video, you can use a cloud service like WeVideo, where you upload your footage, you edit it, and it renders it for you and then export it to YouTube without ever using your machine's processing power. That's what people are using, like Chromebooks and iPad Airs. Like, there's more and more like online services that'll cost you like a few bucks a month, or have free options that will let you render video and sound. So, and I think it's also computers per household. Do you need to have Like growing up, we had like 3 computers in my house.
You only
So-
need one now.
You only need one. 3 computers meant one got upgraded like almost every year. You know, now it's like they just get the all-in-one PCs with the touchscreen. They put it like somewhere in the kitchen, and you can do your emails and your homework, and you share it. When I was a kid, sharing a computer was a fucking big issue because everybody needed it.
Yeah, everybody had something they had to do.
All right, I love this discussion, guys, and I totally understand where you're coming from, but I think you've lost sight of what my question was.
No, Phil Spencer. To go back to that.
No, hold up. The question is Phil Spencer not only the savior for Xbox, but the saving grace for Microsoft in general? So yes, the PC down sales is one of it. The mobile is one of it. The cloud services is one of it. But Microsoft wasn't cool for a while.
Yeah.
And now he's making them cool again.
Yeah.
Because of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Is this going to help Microsoft? Because
Yes.
Apple's the cool thing, right?
Yes. It will help them.
Is gaming it? Is
Yes.
this going to help bring it back?
Gaming is more and more mainstream. So Phil Spencer is a genius. Let's say right away, he took Xbox that was dying and was being made fun of by everybody, and he's bringing it back to actually something. I'm actually thinking of getting an Xbox eventually, because of just how they're selling it, like the backwards compatibility and all that kind of stuff. Really cool. And no, you're right by saying that. Apple used to be the cool kid, and Microsoft was always the nerd with the glasses and like, I'm getting the computer. And
those commercials? Remember those commercials.
exactly, and I think that more and more, yes, by focusing a lot on gaming, yes, they're bringing in a new market, and by all those Microsoft Windows 10 and Xbox integration and all that, even though that's bullcrap, but whatever, like all that integration will probably bring more people into gaming and to enjoy Microsoft more. And with the phones and all this stuff they have, like Windows 10 for phones looks fucking fantastic.
You say bullcrap.
Yeah.
Now, is that because you've tried it and it doesn't work yet? Or
No.
You don't believe it's going to work because you haven't seen it?
No, because I don't get the point. I don't understand how it's different than just taking my Xbox and plugging it on my monitor. I just don't understand the difference.
Cases where people want to stream things.
Can you? Because
Like,
Graph was
I
saying
don't-
that you can't even stream it. You can't even stream that. Like, it's something that it just enables you to use your Xbox controller to play your Xbox games on your PC, but then just fucking plug your Xbox on your... Anyway, that's for another time, another discussion. But no, I do believe that Phil Spencer brought Microsoft and Xbox out of the dark ages and less like corporate-y people. And actually, like, no, that's how it needs to be done. If you want to sell consoles, if you want people to enjoy playing the Xbox, that's what you need to do. And Microsoft actually seems to be listening to him, which is fucking interesting, considering Microsoft has listened to nobody but themselves over the last 10 years. So I think Sony kicking their asses in console sales really opened up a light for them, and I guess maybe them being more open-minded about all that kind of stuff, maybe that's just good for them, and kudos to everybody using it. So no, go Phil Spencer.
Kat, do you have any last minute things before we move on to the next topic?
Pat Laundry said something cool in chat. He said, I think Phil Spencer will do as good for Microsoft as Steve Jobs did for Apple when he got rehired by Apple when they were in the red. And I think that's what they needed. They needed a refresh. They needed to take a step away from the, corporate, your Microsoft is not your dad's computer anymore. It can be your computer. And like, I was an Apple girl. Like, I'm a graphic designer. I was an Apple girl through and through. And now I'm looking at Microsoft and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going back full on Microsoft. I'm getting a laptop. I'm not even looking at the Mac Pros.
Sorry, that's my
MacBook
chair.
Pros.
It's my chair.
Even like the used one, I was looking at them and I'm like, you know what? Too much of a fucking hassle. I'm just gonna get something that'll run Windows 10 because I'm loving it.
You know what's funny though? You brought up Steve Jobs, and what resurrected Apple from the dust? The iPod.
Yeah.
Music.
Mhm.
Portability. What is potentially resurrecting
Games.
Microsoft? Games.
Mhm.
The Xbox.
Mhm.
That's really neat. That's really cool to see that.
You always need to get your head out of your own ass. When you're in a slump, that's what you do.
That's true.
And it's like, that's why you have brainstorming meetings. That's why, like, when you're in a slump, you call your mom to just talk, or your best friend, and while you're having a conversation, you're just, shit, I have it. It's just like they just needed somebody to walk in to be like, listen, nobody cares about your fucking laptop. They don't want to print their photos. They want to play games. Let's get this shit going.
Yeah, and then stream them.
Nobody cares about TV. If people want TV, they'll just buy a fucking TV.
It's
Go on the
Netflix.
internet.
Get into it. Netflix. Nobody cares about cable. Move on.
All right. Let's talk more games. Topic 2. So, I'm in the middle of my review of Rare Replay. It's 30 freaking games. Plus more cool stuff. It has some behind-the-scenes stuff learning about Rare, the company, the wonderful developer. And also they made some little almost like micro games, challenges for you to do to unlock more stuff. More info about Rare, which is really neat. So I want to know what you guys think would be other really cool ideas to see as compilations about developers. I've got 2 right off the bat that I would love to see, but I want your input first. What developer would you like to see a compilation a la Rare Replay? I can start with mine.
Go. Yeah, you do yours.
Okay, cool. Right off the bat, Naughty Dog. I want to see a Naughty Dog compilation. I think that would be awesome. Because then you get to play Crash Bandicoot, you get to play Jak and Daxter, you get to play all of Uncharted. We're getting an Uncharted compilation for PS4 soon, this fall. You get to see Last of Us. You know, they also develop games like Dream Zone, Keef the Thief, Rings of Power, Way of the Warrior. It'd be cool to see all those games. Because a lot of this stuff, we know Naughty Dog. We know they make awesome things like Ratchet and Clank and the Uncharted series. But how about those unknown gems that you didn't realize were them? In the Rare Replay stuff, they have stuff there in the unit that is not that you don't remember as Rare because they were under another name at that time, which is really cool. And stuff that I haven't never got a chance to play, like Battletoads, even though I was cursing my head off. And yeah. It was crazy. But yeah, it's a chance to get to play some of those. Another one that I'd like to see is Rockstar.
Yeah.
I mean, you get all of Grand Theft Auto, Monster Truck Madness, to Wild Metal Country. You get to see stuff like the Red Dead series.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. Pat Landry just donated $10.
Thank you, Pat.
Love you, Patty Poo.
You get Smuggler's Run, Max Payne, Oni, State of Emergency, the Manhunt series.
Wow.
Oh my God, streaming that again.
Smuggler's Run?
Yes, they did.
Game? That game was shitty, but we played the fuck out of it on my PS2. It was the only game my parents got us, because the guy at GameStop was like, yeah, get this game, it's okay.
You would get Table Tennis, Rockstar Games present Table Tennis, The Warriors, Bully, Beat Treater. I don't even know that game. Beaterator, that's what it's called. See, there's stuff like that I don't even know. And of course, LA Noire. So just imagine if you had all those games. Now, mind you, obviously, there's a lot of new stuff here that you wouldn't get in a $30 pack. But imagine if you got a slew of games like that, and then on top of that, it gave you the history of a development company like Rockstar.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The history alone is worth it. I think.
There's a lot of good ones in chat, Paul on Games saying Sunsoft. You've got Badonkadong saying Capcom, actually. Capcom was something that I thought of it. You have Paul, again, with Konami. There's a lot of good stuff. I would like to see a Squeenix compilation.
I was about to say, I think I want a Squeenix compilation, but who has that kind of time to play all those JRPGs?
That's fine. We'll just put them all in there. Final Fantasy 1 to 6. And then the actual 6, not US 6. And all the advanced and all that stuff. Even you throw in Tomb Raider in there and just fucking go nuts. All that stuff.
You could do a compilation of Square, a compilation of Enix, and a compilation of
Squeenix. Yeah.
When you think about it, when you think about a Squeenix compilation, it's 2 completely different companies.
That's true.
There's 2 brands.
They merged later.
Squaresoft,
yeah,
with all the JRPGs, and then there's Enix with all the action adventure. That would be, I would do that, or Ubisoft, but the old shit, the really, really classic stuff.
The first Prince of Persia,
yeah.
With that song from Disturbed.
Fun fact: Assassin's Creed was supposed to be a Prince of Persia game.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. Why am I not surprised?
Well, it's the same
Their
kind of.
research for Full Moon Fever.
Well, it's the same kind of feel. No, I get where they come from. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I want us to like. I would like to see all like the huge AAAs that we got like hype right now. I want them to like just dig through their collection, find like 10 unsung hero games or 10 classic games that were like, holy shit, this made my day, and just bring it back and just be like, hey guys, remember we're the ones that did this, and we'd be like, what?
Oh, what was that? What was that fighting game that they did with Final Fantasy characters? Was it Dissidia?
Oh,
Is that what it's called? Somebody in chat, please.
Somebody will know.
That fighting game for PS1, I think, came around at the same time as FF9, if I remember correctly. Somebody in chat will know what I'm talking about.
Did you ever play Super Mario All-Stars? There's a compilation.
Which one was that?
Oh yeah, Super
That
Mario
was the
All-Stars.
Yeah, it was the cartridge that had all the Super Mario games on it.
Dissidia, yeah, okay, the Dissidia. I had the right. Thank you, Miss Benuncle. sorry. Yeah, that was I mean, Mario games, fucking. Always.
Imagine if you had every Donkey Kong.
That's pretty cool.
Like you could do these in so many different ways. You could have like developer-based ones. You could have series-based ones. Like the only series-based ones that you'll never ever want to touch are the sports ones. Like,
well,
I want NHL 99 right up to 16.
No, but like, I feel that Nintendo could do that because they have like so many games in the same series. But I think not like maybe the Final Fantasies that you could do that also. But on the top of my head, I don't see any other series any other companies like maybe Devil May Cry that has a shit ton. The Castlevanias that have a shit ton. Like they could actually just do. The Mega Mans, yeah, they could actually do like the Mega Man collection where you have 1 through X7 or 8,
you really only need
X10.
3 games. Because Uncharted's doing it with 3. They're doing
it
with
true.
1, 2, and 3.
But that's a cash-in.
What?
That's a cash-in.
It's a cash-in, but it's also good because now they've got like 20 million people with PS4s that probably were not the same 20 million people that had PS3s.
It's true.
So it's for a chance for those folks to play it. But it's cash in, but like shit, I don't play Uncharted again. Just the idea, like when you're watching movies and a new Star Wars is coming out, you want to go back and watch all the other Star Wars and marathon through it. You want to do the same thing for Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
I have reread every Harry Potter book predecessing a new release of a Harry Potter book.
I am constantly always reading Harry Potter.
I remember I got when the 4 came out, they had I was late on that train. The 4 was out, and then you had the box set of 3, and I bought all 4. And then I read them all like in a weekend or something. And then when the 5th was coming out, I read all 4. When the 6th was coming out, I read all 5. When the 2 7th ones were coming in, I like redid that. And I could see myself doing that with games. I used to do that with Final Fantasy. When a new one was announced, and I knew it was coming out and I was going to get it at Christmas, I would replay the one before. All the time. All the fucking time.
Celtic Stag Devon says that there is a Jack and Daxter compilation. Is it out on consoles now that we can play, or do you need to have old things? I think that's the key, is that it needs to be accessible no matter what console you're on to. Well, generation, I want to say. Obviously, you're not going to get the Xbox or whatever. Imagine getting a Lara Croft compilation.
Yeah, there's so many games.
Oh my god, boobs!
There's so many games. Oh my god. Like the Tomb Raiders. But then the first game were fucking fantastic when they came out.
They were.
They were so innovative. Like, holy shit,
Yeah.
Not only for the female character, but also just for the game itself was so interesting and so fun to play,
Yep. All right, I think that's wrapping up that one. If you guys got anything else in chat, let us know. We got 2 questions here. First one's for Pat Laundry. Question for the end. Curious to know, you console players. Sorry, Simon, he does play console.
Have a PS4. I play NHL, that's it.
Do you still have your original hard disk on PS4 and or Xbox One? I personally just finished an hour putting a 2 terabyte on my PS4. Yes, I still have my original, and I frequently have to uninstall games. Frequently. Because everything comes in review codes as download codes.
Do you still have original hard
OMG,
disc?
50 gigs for Rare Replay. 50.
Wow.
50. It's 30 games! I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's 50.
Yeah, I delete the game install. I don't delete the game saves,
Yeah.
but I delete the game installs. And yeah, I have a bunch of games that I haven't played, so I need to clean out my Xbox and my my PS4 because it's like
Yeah, I haven't really found it too difficult to uninstall and reinstall as long as you have the save. And I find that we spend enough time flipping between consoles that I'm never like, it's not like I have one and it's getting loaded up with stuff and I'm constantly removing things. I am constantly removing things. It just seems like a lot less because I'm going between consoles.
I'm having issues with the PS4 just because like every month I download the free with PS Plus games.
Yeah.
You don't have to download it, you just have to check out with it.
I know, I've started doing that, but before I would just buy them and they would automatically download, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna let it download, I'm gonna play it in 5 minutes, and then walk away, do laundry, and never play it.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Do laundry, do groceries, come back, oh yeah, I had a game, no, I gotta go to bed. Close.
I usually always do that except for Rocket League. Because Rocket League is fucking fantastic.
I downloaded it, I played it for 2 seconds, and
it's
then got
so
distracted
much
by
fun.
reviews. I know.
It's
Michael
so much fun.
is like, we need to play Rocket League, and I'm like, yeah, at some point I'll get to around.
I'm gonna rebuy it on PC so I can stream it because it's fucking the shit. It's so good. I love it.
You
Yeah.
can stream it on your PS4.
Yeah, but then you have like the PS4 UI that's kind of wonky and like I want to have my branding and whatever. It's, I'm picky. Picky, call yes.
The one good thing about that is that...
You know that I can mute you, right? That I'm the producer. I can just kick you out of this call. You know that, right?
You say you'd be nice to me today.
I never said that. What the fuck? What the hell?
The true
I'll draw a
culture of
mustache
the
on your
show.
face.
All right, we got one more question before we close out the show because it is already 9:04.
Holy
We
fuck.
started a little late. Craig asks, why hasn't Microsoft launched a portable gaming system?
They
Why?
have.
They don't need to.
They have Windows 10 on mobile phones.
Don't
They
need
can
to.
barely sell their cell phones.
Seriously.
Yeah, they don't need to.
Which is a shame because
Portable
they're
is
really
not
good phones. No, well, I mean, I think that the portable console market, I think, is dying because of phones. So if they make a phone that you can play all the games, then yeah. A bit like Google did when they bought Motorola, and then they came out with, although that failed, but do it properly. Like, buy a division of someone doing phones, make your own phone, put Windows 10 on there, put some sort of OS integration with Xbox or whatever, and you're going to sell phones. So
And you don't even like Sony.
thank you, Phil Spencer. You're welcome, Phil Spencer.
You're welcome.
That's for you, buddy.
Sony does it with their Android phones.
Yeah.
They just have something in it that permits you to stream certain games and play them. A bit like you do with the PS Vita, you can do it with your Sony Xperia. And it's just something that's built in the phone, and they don't even have their proprietary OS. They're just doing it with Android.
Mhm.
So there's no reason why, like, Windows can't do it with their own phones, but also, like, you know, with an open platform like Android, they could get the Android people in there, and then they probably sell more consoles or more devices that way.
Yep.
Hardware is always the thing that costs the most and that's the hardest to recuperate. Look at the PlayStation 3 when it
My
launched
God.
at $600.
I think they started making money like 5 years after it started to come out.
Yeah,
It's
like
crazy.
hardware is too difficult, and why jump into it? They've already got their own hardware problems and PCs, so like why bother? You know what I mean? Where they just need to get consoles, and they're better off putting all their ducks in one or all their eggs in one basket. Get everybody Xboxes, and then sell software.
Yeah.
Agreed.
With that being said, this has been a wonderful Xbox heavy Girls Like Games podcast. It just turned out that way with the news. That's okay. But yeah, we love Xbox, we love PlayStation, we love Nintendo, we love PC gaming, we love it all. Thank you all for coming to hang out with us. It's been a wonderful hour.
Just want to shout out to all the new followers.
Yeah.
Girl Scout 420, Slacky G, Kill, I'm not gonna say the rest of your username. New Jersey What member, Taylor Boy 008 man. It's his first time watching a podcast on Twitch, and he said he had a
Love
good
it.
time, so props to you, man. And Zerg Forever also, who followed, and Pat Landry for the $10. Thank you, my friend. You are an angel.
Thank you, folks. So, if you want to learn more about what we do, you can go to girlsongames.ca. You can always, I can't even talk now. It's been that long. It's been an hour. We had a full work day. Yeah. Twitter, The Girls on Games, Instagram, Girls on Games, Facebook, The Girls on Games. We've got a YouTube channel where we put this video. If you want to listen to the podcast in audio form when you're like having a jog or like commuting or doing something like that, you can download it from iTunes. What are you laughing
Nothing
at?
you were going to say having a jog. That's not what you were going for.
What did you think I was going to say?
Not going to say it, but people at home, you can do it.
Mind in the gutter. That's what happens at 9 o'clock at night. Yeah. Thanks for coming. It's been great. We'll be back again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Don't forget Indie Spotlight Night on Thursday with Kat and Hot Date. Going to be a time.
It's going to be awesome.
Try and stream more games. Kat actually wanted to stream more games. We'll let you know how that goes. But if you're following, you're going to get prompted when we're online. So that's awesome. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye. Ciao.